introduce him now. Ladies and gentlemen, Will.i.am.
So it was, I think it was about a month ago while we were winding down on the end of recording The Voice. And I was having a really good time, you know, I was really enjoying myself doing the show to the point where it changed my life. Again, I'm blessed to have my life changed a bunch of times coming from where I come from. And a lot of that change comes from encouragement, like my neighbor's encouraging me, like to, hey, Willie, come sing for us. So, you know, it was all Mexicans in my neighborhood, and, you know, I was like, my family was the only black family. And there's a lot of gang banging and drugs, kids selling drugs at 11. Kids carrying pistols and doing things that kids shouldn't be doing. But I was encouraged by Father John and my next door neighbors. And they would say, hey, Willie, come sing for us. Come do the dance you did yesterday. So, and that encouraged me, you know, just the simple, you know, request for me to dance or sing. And it steered me in the right direction. And then my teachers in my high school, Miss Montez and Mr. Wright, encouraging me to, you know, to follow my dream. And of course, my mom encouraging me. So that changed my life. And then getting a record deal at 17, that was encouragement from business and that my dreams could come true. And then the person that, you know, gave me that record deal, he passed away in 1995. And I was encouraged by my friends to keep it going, like Red Foo from LMFAO. He encouraged me to the point where I recorded my music in his bedroom. And we've been friends ever since. And along the way, you know, the encouragement just kept, you know, me strong through this, you know, world of doubt and people telling you no opportunities in your neighborhood, and dreaming and getting out of the neighborhood. A lot of times, you know, when you're in the hood, your whole dream is to get out of it and run as far from it as you can. And some people make it, and they never want to go back. So when I got out of the hood and moved my mom out of the hood, I always told myself, one day I'm going to come back. And I got encouraged to go back to the point where this is all this year. In the beginning of the year, February, Justin, Pascal, and all my help, like the team that I have for Will.i.am Angel, we raised close to $8 million to build a community center in my neighborhood. And that community center is, you know, its main focus is STEM education, because the world is changing, you know. We're all on our phones and, you know, tablets. An iPad is only 4 years old. It's not even 4 years old, that machine. And 3-year-olds use it. And a 3-year-old never had to use a manual to figure out how to use it. So technology isn't slowing down, but the skills for technology seem to be slowing down in the hood, which means 20 years from now, a hood is even worse in the future than it is right now, because we're going to be living in a technological world where every single person is technologically illiterate because they don't know how it works. They don't know why it does what it does. So I was like, I can't let that happen to the neighborhood I come from. So I want to go back. And I partnered with a guy by the name of Dean Kamen and Lorraine Jobs to build a program to get the people in my neighborhood up to speed. And really proud of that. So back to a month ago, right before The Voice was ending. And it changed my life. Because my whole time making music, I've been in a group of 4 people. And they're still my best friends. And when you're with best friends and you're all on a stage, you have to, pull back a little bit so everybody has a chance to shine. So my whole career, I've been pulling back. And on The Voice, people were like, wow, I didn't know you were like that. It's like, dang. And it made me realize, like, wow, people in the UK really appreciate my personality. They didn't have to. They could have said, who's this American dude? That needs to be, somebody from Britain deserves that job. You guys didn't have to let me perform for the Queen. They could have said, that a person from England needs to be on that stage. So I appreciate every moment, to the point where I called Seth, like, hey, Seth, the money that I'm getting for The Voice, I don't need that money, I should give that to the people that need it. It's the people's money. That's PBC. Let's give that to where people need it. What am I going to do with it, really? The Olympics came to East London. I'm from East LA. And I remember 1984 when the Olympics came, the Olympics left. And I was one of those kids that saw the parade and the whole, all of the whole world coming to the hood to see the Olympics. And there wasn't really a lot of opportunity left behind. So I was like, I want to use my money to do what I'm doing in East Los Angeles and East London and bring the kids up to speed, You think we can figure out a way to do that? Because, okay, I could get a car and do things with it, but I don't need it. So I had the blessings of meeting you guys at the Prince's Trust. I said, well, you need to hook up with the Prince's Trust. So I went and hung out with those cats in the back. And when we were at the center there, I was like, wow, they're no different than what I am. And I didn't have a center to go to, And hats off to all the work that you're doing to encourage these kids and give them opportunity. And it was a push to, like, because it takes a lot to say, it's a large coin to say I don't want it. I want it to go there. And it was hanging out with those guys and seeing how passionate they were and excited they were to live their dream that gave me the confidence and the strength to do that. And partnering with you guys at the Prince's Trust and bringing the connections I have in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, I think is going to go a long way. It really takes one person, right? It's one person from East London or Brixton to turn into Mark Zuckerberg. And that one person can create so much that it changes that community forever, rather than having people run and escape it and never turn back, leaving whatever hood they come from, the hood forever. If you nurture somebody in the hood, because it's just a neighborhood. So if we all neighbors from far or close, bringing opportunities to people, so you change their lives, so they change their community around. A hood doesn't have to be a hood. It doesn't have to be a ghetto. But it really takes one person to do that.